If you're not making 10K to 20K plus per month consistently selling on Amazon, definitely keep watching this video. I want to break this down the simplest way possible. So there are 3 different ways that you can sell on Amazon, and I'm going to break down each way. I teach the easiest and the least expensive way. That is how I sell on Amazon. So the first way could be private label. A lot of you probably see videos of go to Alibaba, get this item for cheap, right? And you could just sell this item on Amazon and make a lot of money. However, with private label, I'm going to break down the steps. Doing private label, which is a way you can sell on Amazon, you want to have a budget for that. And I would say a decent budget of at least the minimum of $5,000. The way private label works is, yes, you can get items from Alibaba, but 9 times out of 10, you would have to purchase those items in bulk. So, of course, if you're purchasing the items in bulk from Alibaba, which is a China vendor, then it's going to be expensive for you because you may have a minimum order quantity, which is also known as an MOQ, that you have to purchase from the supplier. So whereas you can get an item for, say, $1.50, let's just say $3, you would have to purchase maybe 100 of those items, 200 of those items, and that could be very costly. So that's that. So say if you decide to go that route, now you do have your items. Okay, what do you do now, right? Because you can't just put them on Amazon because they're not already selling on Amazon. This is an item that you're bringing on Amazon, which leads me to, you have to get approval from Amazon. They have to approve your item. So that is a process in itself. Then you want to create a brand for this product, this item, because nobody knows about it. Why would somebody purchase it? So you want to brand it. Then you have to figure out a title for your item. You have to figure out a listing, a description for your item in order to list your item. And you have to have what is called barcodes. Barcodes are codes that you need to put that item on Amazon because, again, the item is not already selling on Amazon. And the barcodes can be anywhere from $250 to $300 for, let's just say, 10 barcodes. You have to pay for barcodes. Okay, so now you have all of that, and you still you have your item on Amazon. It's probably going to be on page number 200 because nobody, is searching for it. It's not ranked. It's not there. People are not already shopping for this item as a brand new item. So now you have to do what is called run advertising to it, which y'all probably heard it as PPC, or running ads, marketing to it, so people are aware of your item, they can find your item, and they can buy your item. And that in itself can be costly because now you have to pay for ads on top of all the money you just spent to even get the item on Amazon. So that is private label in a nutshell. Not against it, but I don't recommend it for a brand new person, a beginner person, because probably what I just said, you probably was like, woo, that's a lot. It is a lot. So that is way number 1. You can sell on Amazon, private label. Way number 2 is wholesaling. Wholesaling is getting brands that people are already familiar with from wholesalers. That could be like Fisher Price, Dove soap, or whatever. So these are brands that are already selling. However, getting it from a wholesaler, again, it could be costly because you have to purchase in bulk. The same thing with Alibaba. So whereas if you're getting it for a wholesale price, which is of course cheaper, however, you got to have, the wholesaler probably have a MOQ, again, which is a minimum order quantity that you have to purchase. So whereas, again, if the item could be, let's just say $5, you may have to get 100 of the item, 200 of the item, 300 of the item. I'm not sure. It just depends on whatever the wholesaler is telling you that you have to purchase. That's number 1. Number 2, the wholesaler has to allow you to do business with them. They have to agree to do business with you. They have to approve you. So it's not just a nutshell of let me find a wholesaler and I'm going to get these items from a wholesaler. No, it does not work like that. The wholesaler, again, have to approve you. You have to, request approval. That is a process in itself. Now, there are some wholesalers who may not require all of that. However, the majority of wholesalers do. And then you also have to have your business set up, which a lot of people don't have a business set up, which is like an LLC. You're registered with the state. You got a tax ID, EIN number, all of that stuff. And you have to also have what is called a reseller's permit in order to purchase from that wholesaler. So again, that is a lot right there. That is way number 2 being a wholesaler on Amazon, purchasing items wholesale from a wholesaler and selling those items that there are brands and they're already selling on Amazon. So the number 3 way is how I sell on Amazon, and this is how I teach my students, which I say all the time, hands down, is going to be the easiest way and the least expensive way. And that is doing what I call retail arbitrage, online arbitrage. And that is simply, you don't have to purchase in bulk. You can purchase items within your budget. I say all the time, you can start with any budget. I say up between $100 and $500 for your budget. You can even have a $50 budget, because again, you could buy individual items as you please within your budget. So retail arbitrage, online arbitrage is simply buying items for lower in a retail store and you're selling them for higher on Amazon to make a profit. Online arbitrage, again, I say all the time, the same concept. You're buying items for lower online and you're reselling them for higher on Amazon to make a profit. It's really that simple. This is selling brands that are already selling. People are already shopping for. People are already, looking for. And we know these brands are selling. Like I say all the time, Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, Neutrogena, Disney, Dove soap, Irish Spring soap, Jergens lotion, just giving you some examples of brands you're probably already familiar with. That is what I do, and that is what I teach my students. Retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, it is going to be the easiest way and the least expensive way to get started selling on Amazon. And again, that is selling brands that are already selling. On top of that, all you have to do is use what is called an ASIN, an ASIN number. This is a number that is already on Amazon. This item is already on Amazon, so you don't have to get it on Amazon, put it on Amazon. You don't have to get approval to sell it on Amazon. This item is already selling on Amazon. What you're doing is putting in that ASIN. Once you put in that ASIN, the ASIN number is going to pull up the title, the description, the pictures, everything of that item. At that point, all you have to do is plug in how much you want to sell the item for. So that's why I say it's going to be the easiest way for a beginner, the least expensive way for a beginner, the less complicated way for a beginner. So if you're trying to figure out how to sell on Amazon, I highly recommend doing retail arbitrage, online arbitrage. Again, the easiest way, the least expensive way. I'll say it over and over again, and that is selling brands that are already selling. And there's a few things I forgot to mention. Doing private label to get the item from Alibaba, which is most of the suppliers are in China, the shipping can be very, very expensive. Then on top of that, doing private label, not only do you have to figure out your title, your description, all of that, make sure all of that is correctly, you got to do pictures of your items, and the pictures got to be a certain way, like on a white background, a certain size, all of that. So again, is a very complex for a new person. So again, that is private label. And I also failed to mention doing retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, which is what I do, what I teach my students, the easiest way and the least expensive way. You do not need an LLC. You do not need an EIN number, a business bank account, anything like that. You can literally start with your first name, last name, and your social security number. So you don't have to be set up for a business or anything like that. So you can go ahead and get started with your first name, last name, social security number. That's why I say retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, buying items for lower in a retail store, reselling them for higher on Amazon to make a profit is always, hands down, going to be the easiest way and the least expensive way to get started selling on Amazon. For more information, more value on selling on Amazon, how to get to the bag and get to the money, make sure you save this video, like this video, make sure you're following me, and click the link in my bio to learn more.